Dave.
Ian.
Hello.
How you doing, buddy?
Well, not so good, it turns out.
Really?
Yeah, no, not good at all. And I didn't know this, but luckily, some very helpful people have been calling me, I'm going to say 15 times a day lately, to let me know that I have, in fact, been injured in a horrendous car accident and need legal representation.
Oh, really? Really? Yeah. Your old buddy Spam Risk has triaged you off to their attorneys.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So I've been injured in a horrendous car wreck. Again, I had no idea about this. But I embarked on a new strategy today, and I don't know how effective it is, but it is very satisfying, and so I wanted to share it.
Okay.
Because this seems like obviously a scam.
Right.
And so what I have started doing is just saying the only words I say on the phone are these. Your call is very important to us. Please remain on the line. And then I go on mute, and I just keep working.
Okay.
And then they say, sir, are you there? And then I go off mute, and I say, your call is very important to us. Please remain on the line. And then I go back on mute.
Yeah. Do you want to borrow my drum machine where you could pipe in that sweet hold music that's like...
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Boo, boo.
That's the Cisco VoIP hold music. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea. Good idea.
You should pipe that. There's a million YouTube videos of that sound.
Yeah.
You should. Yeah.
That's a fantastic idea.
And then my favorite thing is if you interrupt yourself, your call is very... Thank you for calling.
So yeah,
nice.
it gave me a lot of enjoyment today. But then today on the way home from the grocery store, I was walking home from the grocery store and I thought of another idea.
Okay.
And so I want to put this out for the listeners, and then maybe they can add some flourishes and details. But basically, I was going to say, well, thank God you called, because I've been dealing with this injury. It's really horrific. Okay. And then I would just go on to detail the my injuries and what the accident was like. And it's basically going to be, I have this really bad injury. There was no, and I'll say the only injury I have is that the gear knob is in my butt. And then they're going to be like, well, how much damage was there to the other car? And I'm going to say, what other car? And I want to see how many details I can get in there before they hang up on me, because they will hang up on me.
Right. They will eventually hang up. But can you, could you get them there?
I think I can.
Yeah, can you, lead the witness? Objection, Your Honor?
I think I can.
I think you could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because I think if they catch me on the right day where I have something really important to do and I am eager to procrastinate, they're going to be my new project.
Right. Oh, this is now risen to the number one priority.
We have several number one priorities on the list, but now this is right at the top of the list.
Yeah. Priority Alpha 0 with a bullet.
Yes, absolutely.
There's priority 1, and then priority 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Nice. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. So the gear shift knob is in your butt.
In my butt. Right. And it's been that like for weeks. I have not had a movement in at least 3 weeks. Is that bad?
Do you have one of those aftermarket ones with the glowing LED eyes, and you can't sleep at night because of the beam coming out from underneath your sheets?
Weirdly, it's shaped like a dice. It's square.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. Well, so anyway, that's my new project.
Besides, I mean, the news that you were injured in a horrendous car accident.
And I need legal representation, yes.
Yes, and you need legal representation. Mm-hmm. I mean, besides that, like, how are you? Are you able to walk? What's your physical therapy looking like? How's my boy?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty uncomfortable down there. But, oh, you mean real talk. Yeah, no, good. Okay.
Or you can just tell me about your butt,
Yeah. Your call is very important to us. Please remain on the line. I'll just bridge you in, and you can just scat it. Hold on. I need to get my cat's emergency contact on the line. Hold on.
What if we just kept transferring them between us?
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm gonna need you to talk to my supervisor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Oh wait, no, you need to speak to our director about this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My cat's emergency contact. Yeah. Oh God, I'm crying. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Good. Yeah. Yeah.
I was doing that at lunch today. Well, I was eating lunch, and Jenny was across the table from me, and every time I went on mute, she'd be like, "Ian, you have got to stop doing that."
All you're doing is keeping them from scamming other people. You're doing the Lord's work. Yeah.
That's what I said. The longer they're on the phone with me, the less time they have to scam grandma down the street.
Exactly. That's the thing, and they wouldn't be doing it if it didn't work, right?
Right.
Like that's why these scams happen, is because people fall for them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? So, yeah. Oh my God. I really do like the scammers, the whole thing, right? Like, like my favorite ones are the ones where like they show the people their own webcams. Like, those guys are legit good, man. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. Or they'll just read off the address where they're at, Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some really talented white hats out there, right?
Talented people with time to spare.
See, never underestimate nerds with free time, son.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's why we have Linux.
It's true. It's true. And Wikipedia.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that's, well, I wish you a speedy recovery.
Thank you.
And a merry to you.
Yes. To all who celebrate.
Nice. Okay. All right. Well, even though you were injured in a horrendous car accident, it did not prevent you and I from walking around the Denver Convention Center.
That's true.
Yep.
That's true.
Yep.
We went to a gala.
Gula.
Yeah.
A
doula.
A doula, yes.
We went to a gala for the opening of the Denver Auto Show, which is always very exciting. And it's always my favorite part about the Denver Auto Show, about this opening gala, is that there's just the wild divergence of dress code.
Yes.
Because you have industry people, you have dealers, you have journalists, and they are all attending different events.
Right.
Yeah. Because the dealer people, they're attending like a white tie affair at a yacht club. Right? And then the industry people are attending like a professional conference.
Right. Like motivational sales go.
They're essentially attending a trade show. So they're either dressed in like a suit, or if they're more engineering, they have a polo and khakis on. Maybe like a branded polo and khakis. And then the journalists are there. And it's just, who knows, right?
Right.
So you have these weird interactions between a guy wearing a literal tux and then like, a sort of schlubby looking journalist in a wrinkled shirt and jeans.
It's like any time on 30 Rock when Jack would interact with Frank, right?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's really funny. And I think it's funny, but also I it gives me a lot of anxiety because, like, I don't want to be underdressed.
Sure.
But I also don't want to be horrendously overdressed.
Right.
You got to, like, strike that balance.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Semi-successful this year, I think, on the dressing front.
Well, you look snazzy, buddy. You know? Yeah.
As did you. As did you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, was there anything there that you were excited about?
There was only one car there that we kept gravitating towards. I mean, do we need to talk about anything else? Ian, I was looking back at my camera roll. Mm-hmm. I only took pictures of one car while we were there.
Me as well.
Allow me to open up the Google Drive folder here. I didn't prep them. I got to snag them real quick. Ian.
Well, we walked in and sort of like ambled around aimlessly for a little bit, looked at some...
But we kept kind of moving. There was like a magnetic pull.
Yeah, we kind of kept moving towards the back where the manufacturers weren't. So the way the Denver Auto Show is set up is like there's kind of like a ring in the front where there's like all the new cars and all the manufacturers have the like fancy displays. And then there's a bunch of vendors in the back, right? Mm. And so there's like detailing businesses and, people who sell chargers, like for home chargers and all sorts of stuff, like paraphernalia, that sort of thing. Off-road conversion people. And then we kept moving back towards the vendor area because sometimes they have some cool old cars back there.
Yep.
And this year, they had a car that I have actually never seen. I don't think I've ever seen one in person.
No. Yeah, me neither.
They had an Alfa Romeo SZ.
Yeah.
Coupe.
The coupe, not the convertible.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And, oh my God.
Jesus,
I've never
dude.
been so excited.
Right? We lost our shit seeing this tiny little Italian nugget.
Mm-hmm.
And, dude.
It is both weirder and better looking in person than I thought it would be.
Yeah. It is one of the very few cars that I've ever seen in my life that, like, is, like, really, like, the pictures are great, but they like, where the pictures are great, and the car is even better. Because I think that there's, like, stuff, like, where it's like, oh, the picture's okay. Well, the car looks good. Like the new Integra, right? Yeah. Where the pictures weren't great, but in real life, I mean, it doesn't blow your socks off, but it's a good-looking car.
It's a very good-looking car in person, yeah.
This was just mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Like, the pictures are cool, but then you see it in person, and you're like, what is happening right now?
Yeah. It's very, very cool. I am just so excited. We spent so much time just, like, poring over the details of it, and, like, I wish we could sit inside of it. I wish the owner had been there so we could actually look at it in detail. But yeah, there was like, right around the corner, there was like a bunch of McLarens and Rolls Royces and stuff like that. And we were just like, what? We need to spend some time with this because this is special.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Like there's a crazy modified Audi R8 back here, a V10. A concourse, like a Colorado concourse winning Porsche 356.
Yep.
Right here. I mean, we looked at it, but like we walked to this thing like 4 times.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and we didn't see that many people around it.
No.
Like, really, there weren't that many people checking it out.
Our buddy Cody. Yeah.
Yeah. Cody was there taking pictures of it. And he was also like, right? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Man, I was so psyched to see that thing.
Dude, it's such a wild little car, man. I'm so glad it's the hardtop that we saw.
Mm-hmm.
The
proportions are wild.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to look at the DeMuro video to see if he could fit in it. But, man, yeah, I showed PETA, and he was wondering if we could fit in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right?
That's a good question. I mean, I definitely fit in it because they built it for me.
Yeah, these cars are for Ian. They come Ian spec from the factory. Mm-hmm. A little leaky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you built like a fucking teapot and talk with your hands? This is for you.
Guess what? You got a big glass house to do it in.
Yeah, that's why there's a big bubble. It's for all the gesturing.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
I want this so bad.
Their crash test dummies have their arms up.
Yes. Why do all Italian cars do so bad in their NCAP ratings? The crash dummies are like, we're doing this. They just keep hitting themselves.
Right? Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. No, like, so we are a regional auto show. We own that here in Denver. So much so that Ian and I spent time making a French film about what it's like to be at a regional auto show.
Still one of the best things we've ever done.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And Katie doing the voice over the French was amazing.
So much fun.
Right? Yeah. Easily one of the best things we've ever done. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, we pulled out the stops on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so at a regional show, like there was a Nissan Z, which we saw, a Corolla.
Allegedly, there was a Nissan Z. Did we actually see it?
It's blurry pictures like Bigfoot.
Yeah, I think so. Because like we talked about there, like I have not seen one on the road.
Yeah, I thought I did, and it turned out it was a BRZ. Yeah,
it's so strange to me that we have not seen one since we drove one.
Is the dealer markup just like way too high?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what people are buying instead.
Yeah,
because I really like that thing.
Yeah, is Nissan facing repercussions of their only demo being like drift rats?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Right?
I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening with that.
Yeah. But like there's stuff there, but Mercedes doesn't even like show up, like
right. Not every year. Yeah.
Infinity didn't have a booth,
Yeah.
I know. Right. Yeah. I mean, like it's, there's some big blind spots and it seems kind of, I don't know. Yeah. You're missing some stuff, right? Was BMW even there?
Oh, I don't think they were. I don't think they were there this year.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a Corvette E-Ray. That was kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
It looks really good. Like I really like the body match on a lot of like the body color matching on some of the trim that's contrasted on the regular cars. I think it looks really good on the E-Ray.
Well, I mean, they're marketing it towards you. There's a reason that you like it. It's because scientists designed it to fit you, Ian.
Well, yeah. Well, no. The Corvette's supposed to be able to fit everybody.
No, the E-Ray. They are that like you are their target demographic.
Perhaps, yeah. What else? There was a GR Corolla. We got to sit in a GR Corolla.
I'm very disappointed that I could never fit in that with a helmet on.
Yeah, that is a bummer.
Right?
What else did we saw? We sat in the new Prius.
New Prius. Yeah, that was cool. Sat in a Toyota Crown. That was very nice, right? Yeah.
We sat in the LS500.
Yep.
And then Dave attempted several times to fart in a Maserati Levante.
Oh, man. It was a rough night for me gastrointestinal wise. And I just, I feel like I left it out on the field there, Bob.
Well, you left it in the Elantra N is where you left it.
I didn't mean to. Like you play so many games a season, and you're gonna some mistakes are gonna be made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wasn't your night.
Just wasn't my night. Yeah.
We need to do better.
They had a strong showing. But I kept trying to fart in Joe Manchin's Stelvio, and I was prairie dogging, man. It was just not. Yeah, it was weird. Weird. Yeah. Normally I'm Old Faithful for a toot toot. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as your cat's emergency contact,
Yeah. I mean, I only pick for my pets emergency contacts those who can fart on command.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's an important skill if you're going to be watching my pets in the event of emergency.
Wait, to get back to the SZ, because that's what we kept doing that night, was going back to the SC. It truly was our emotional support, like, car there, right? Because, you know, we go talk to people, we talk to other journalists, we go back, we like, okay, like, we're just going to hang out at the SC for a bit. Like, it feels better knowing that it's here, right? Touchstone. You brought up, and you noticed a very interesting fact on the rear taillights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell the people about what the rear taillights are like.
Well, so they're smoked, and they're like that from the factory.
Yeah.
But all of the part numbers are like cast in them, or whatever you call that. Plastic.
Molded,
but like, molded on the outside. So like you can see them, they're like white from the outside. So they clearly, you can see them from like 6 feet away.
Right.
And I just like to think that all of the parts on that car are like that, because they know, like, well, you know, this is going to break. So you're going to need to be able to like get on Rock Auto and order stuff while chugging a beer.
Right. Yeah, that you can't be bothered to disassemble things to get to the part numbers that are usually stamped on the back. Right? It's more important to imbibe alcohol, question your life choices, and order replacements.
Right. You need to sit at the cafe table with the wine and then be able to just look across to your car and order the parts as you're doing it. And that's remarkable foresight, because this is in the 90s, and this is, you know, long before people were doing that with phones. But, you know, they were visionaries.
They knew. You know what it was, Ian? I got it. Landline cords only reach so far.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They knew that you'd be stretching it through the house into the garage, and all your other family members have to duck it.
Yeah.
Right? Remember those
They're
days?
trying to stir the sauce.
Yep. Right? Yeah. So you peek out the garage and you take a look at what fell off recently.
Yeah.
Right?
So essentially what we're describing here is they are someone is trying to repair their Alfa Romeo during the last 15 minutes of Goodfellas.
Also, I do like that, like, you could, if you happen across one of these, like when you were a kid and you would go on a field trip to like a graveyard, a cemetery, and you do like chalk rubbings or charcoal rubbings of the tombstones. You could do that with the taillights on this. And then from the leisure, of your couch, your Italian loafers are on your very, well-designed, what am I trying to think, that where your feet go,
a chaise longue.
Chaise longue, right? That you can order because of the charcoal rubbing you did earlier.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. So, interesting thing about this car is that we did not see a drip pan underneath it. You noticed that.
It was the first thing I looked for. It was like, how much oil is underneath this?
So it would be interesting to go back to the auto show this weekend and see if that sitch has changed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. This carpet is a one-use item, I think.
Yeah. They're going to regret that decision. Yeah.
For sure.
The door handles are so weird. The panel gaps are just wild. Like, you can fit your pinky through the car.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable. Every detail about it, I'm just like fascinated with.
Yeah.
In both a horrified and amazed way.
Right. Yeah.
I want one so bad.
And tell them about the door card, Ian. You got to tell them about the door card.
So this is...
I don't have a picture of it.
This is in the booth that it was in was for a detailing service. And the door card had fallen off.
On the driver's side?
On the driver's side. So obviously they shut the door. The door card just went boom. I mean, just there was like a rag that was clearly for checking oil underneath behind the driver's seat that you could see. Like it just exactly just confirming the Italian car ownership experience. Yeah. Everything you think it is, this confirms it.
Right? Yeah.
I love it. I love it so much.
It's got to be a hoot to drive, man. I mean, right?
Yeah.
It had weird little tailgate on that thing. Yeah.
And I got to say, I am in favor of this I know we are very opinionated about license plate, vanity license plates, but I'm in favor of this.
Yes, yeah. So the name Il Mostro was another name for the car, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so this is called Mostro. This license plate is Mostro.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's great.
The driver is the Il. This car's the Mostro.
The ill is implied. Yeah. So I think that was, obviously that was the best part of the show.
Yeah.
The car show. Yes.
Now
you have something else on here. What Dave can never own. What was that about?
Yeah. So I think that we, when I get time into some seat time in all of these cars, every year I am disappointed to learn cars that I can never own because they do not physically fit this. The most disappointing one for me this go round, like I can't fit in the Corolla GR with a helmet on. We know I don't fit great in the Nissan Z. Most of that is anxiety, but some of that is physical.
It takes up a lot of room, the anxiety. Yeah.
You
need a big parcel shelf for that baggage.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just a trailer. But the thing that I think stung me the most was how uncomfortable I was in the Hyundai Elantra N. Oh. Those seats freaking suck for me. They're great.
Yeah. Right. They were shaped weird in the back of the neck area.
Yeah. There was like one part of the thing that you can't adjust, like the headrest height or anything, that hit me like right in like I don't know what number vertebrae this is, but it hit me like right there. There's no way I could have those seats in that car, period. And that is like one of the sedans that I'm really excited about.
I thought they were lovely. Yeah. I thought the seats were really good. We should have sat in the Kona end because I wonder if the seats would have been a little more forgiving.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was surprised to see that. But then I looked over at you and like, oh yeah, that doesn't work.
That tracks. Yeah. So another year, another couple cars that are non-Dave compliant. Yeah. So, oh well. I mean, like the seats in the M45 didn't fit me. I was too big for those. Like the tops of them were just slightly below my shoulders. That's not safe for anybody.
No.
Right? Yeah. Right? And like the Fiat, I'm way bigger than the seats in the Fiat. Go figure.
I mean, I'm bigger than the seats in the Fiat.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
But they don't have any weird thing that like juts into a part of my body,
Right.
Yeah.
They're not hostile towards you.
Yes. This car had white blood cells that was telling me to get the fuck out.
Right.
Yeah. But it was like, it's a sedan. I'm like, I'm one of you. Like, I'm your people. I could be the second to fourth owner of this car. Trust me,
Definitely.
Yeah, but they were like, trespasser. So,
Trespasser.
Intruder. Yeah. So there you go. That's what that one is about, Ian.
Yeah. Okay.
In our
that makes
talk of
sense.
boots.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you had that experience because that's frustrating. But I mean, it's good to know that. I mean,
and that's the kind of thing that would like, if I was in a toss up between the Elantra N and say the Integra, it would just push me straight over to the Integra, not even have a second thought.
For sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So I don't know.
Okay. Mr. Dave, it says here you have a garage update for me.
I do have a garage update, Ian. In that, I got my report from Blackstone back. I sent.
Right.
I sent people oil from the Fiat, Ian.
Yes. Remind the people what the Blackstone folks do.
Yes. So Blackstone is an oil or just an analysis laboratory, right? You can order a kit from their website, and it's a little bottle and some stuff to mail it. I have 2 more upstairs. I should have brought them down. But they got it all figured out. They give you a Tyvek envelope and all that stuff paid. But I think you pay $30 for the analysis, right?
Yeah.
And you when you're changing your oil, or you can pump a little bit of your oil out if you have one of the extractors from the top, like I do. I did this mid-oil change. You snag some oil, you fill up the bottle, and you send it off to them.
Did I tell you I did that once before?
No, I didn't know you did that. Okay.
Yeah, they sent me a letter back that was like, it was from their attorney, and it said, "Sir, we don't analyze stool samples. Please stop sending these to us." So I had to stop.
I was going to say, is that what you had analyzed you after your vasectomy?
Yeah.
Or first vasectomy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, please get a cease and desist from old Blackstone. Yeah.
Please stop sending us poop. Sorry, I really derailed that. Go ahead.
That's okay. So send it off, and they send you a report back. You can get the report by email. But the most important thing is that they ask you information about like your car, about like how many oil changes, or like oil change intervals, type of oil, what type of driving. Like they want data. Like they are hungry for data. So much so that after your report, on the report and stuff like that, you'll see it. They want you to call them to, like, if you have any questions whatsoever. Like they want to know as much about like what they saw, the numbers that they saw, as they possibly can. Mm-hmm. Right. And so I did this for the Fiat because I have some concerns. I'm the one that rebuilt the engine unsuccessfully, right. Then hopefully successfully. Mm-hmm. Right. When I rebuilt it, did I mess up a piston ring? Like, did I score a wall? Did I like all of these little things that you don't really know unless you take the whole engine apart again, right?
In which case, you just increase the chances that you'll make another mistake.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
Or a new one, yeah.
Right, exactly. And so, I was, not that anything was wrong, but I think that this is a really interesting thing from a peace of mind perspective. Mm-hmm. They can detect if there's any coolant in your oil, like all kinds of stuff. And then they show you on the report where your oil stacks up to other people, like with the same oil, or samples, right? Okay. And so I have the report here from the Nugget that I'll share.
Did they just shake their head and say, "You have so much potential. If you would just apply yourself." Right? Yeah. Oh, wait, no, those are all my parent-teacher conferences. Never mind.
I was going to say, I haven't heard that since I was 18. So, yeah, right? But yeah, here it is here. So, they want to know the make, model, but then they also ask you for which engine, because they know people swap stuff around. Mm-hmm. And, here's my oil. Here's the information I gave them. Or no. Here's what they wrote based on the information that I gave.
Yeah.
I told them that I've done about 8 oil changes since the rebuild. Mm-hmm. Right? They say that that's enough to wash out all the extra wear metal and silicone sealers that show up early on. They said right now the wear profile looks healthy in comparison to universal averages. Typical wear over about 5,000 miles of oil usage. Iron seems a little elevated on a per mile basis, but I think that's me. But could be due to a carryover from a previous longer run, or could even be normal for this Fiat and how you use it.
Okay.
Low viscosity is fine since it isn't fuel related.
Is the block iron?
Yes, the block is iron. Yep. They say TBN is strong at 7.8, which I can't remember what that is. I looked up what TBN is. It's like the judgment of your oil, like overall, not viscosity, but like, yeah. And then, so they break down like how much aluminum, chromium, iron, like all this stuff
that's cool.
is in your oil versus like the averages. Uh-huh. And so like, here's some great peace of mind stuff, like no coolant, the no fuel, or minimal fuel. Mm-hmm. The flash point is very low, the flash point is nice and high. Sorry. They do like some amazing analysis,
That's great.
Yeah. I think the high iron, even though it's not really high, universal average is 12, it could be any potential. That would be aluminum. from the head that I screwed up and regrenaded the engine.
Yeah, because
Right.
all your valves and the sleeves are all of the inside it's all aluminum, right?
I don't have sleeves on this,
Oh.
but the head,
Okay.
right? The valve, the head, all that is aluminum. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
All
I guess-
upstairs.
Yeah, so I guess if you had any scoring on the side of the piston, that could be that.
Yeah, and I do have a scope that we can check for that. I could compression check. I could do a leak down test. These are some other kind of peace of mind things. But like, am I getting sparkly oil? And just
Yeah.
not seeing it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, this seems great. Like, this seems like a pretty good report, right?
Right,
How are you
yeah.
feeling about it?
I feel really good. Yeah, it's good to see, right? Yeah, and I mean the car's been running well, knock on wood. But, yeah, it's just like another thing that I think like if you had like you could probably head some stuff off early,
Yeah.
if you did this, like if you were, questioning whether or not like a car was good to buy or not, and you could, pull an oil sample, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I was going to say, like, saving this for resale would be
Right?
pretty great.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm never selling the Nugget.
I know. But it's good to have. It's good.
Right?
It's a cool, like, it's a cool process to go through, too, just to see,
Yeah.
like, what it's all about.
Yeah. So I'm going to do it for Luther, right? Yeah, and kind of see, we'll compare results. And Blackstone also has a podcast themselves.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, we can throw a link to their podcast. I listened to a couple episodes. It's really interesting. They'll go in depth about like a weird outline kind of thing that they saw, like how their dialogue with the customer panned out. They interview some people who work at Blackstone. It's interesting stuff. Yeah, it's called Slick Talk by Blackstone Laboratories. So yeah,
I like it.
They send you a big purple sticker. Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so it's pretty sweet. Yeah, turnaround time was I think about 2-ish weeks.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, right. Yeah, not
That's
bad
really
at
cool.
all. Yeah, so Blackstone.
Very cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So those are the garage updates. Other than that, the Nugget is ready to go. The Fiat is ready to go for autocross this season. So
Nice.
Yep.
Exciting.
The only thing I want to run this past you, I want to rig up an intercooler spray system, but like I don't want a whole separate bottle. So here's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about putting a Y valve that I can shift on the windshield wiper fluid line, and then just running extra fluid line
Yeah.
to like some sprayers in front of the intercooler.
Yes.
And then like autocross, flip it
pop
over.
the hood. Yeah. Flip it.
Yep.
Brilliant. I love it.
Okay. I'll do that.
Yeah.
That. Yeah. I did one other like fun little mod. The Coney wrench that you get for adjusting those. Let me pull up a picture for anyone who doesn't know. Shock adjuster thing. Adjustment tool. Okay, so it's a little plastic thing. Here's a picture of it. So I was worried about not having it or losing it, right?
Yep.
So I got some ring magnets off of Amazon and I epoxied them inside the tool, and now it just sticks under the hood next to the shock top
Smart.
with the power of magnets, Ian.
How the fuck do they work?
I don't know, but they do.
As the great philosophers ICP once asked.
Right? Yeah.
How the fuck do they work?
Shaggy.
Too dope?
Too dope and stabby? I don't know.
Stabby.
I don't know. If you're a ICP
Fago
fan,
McRappy Pants.
yep. Then I guess whoop whoop. You do you, buddy. Yep. So there you go.
Nice.
Yeah. Shaggy Too Dope is his name.
There you go.
Yep. Anyway, so yeah. Yeah. What else we got, buddy? What else we got?
Dave, what are we doing this weekend?
Ian.
Dave.
And besides learning how to breathe,
Uh-huh.
Ian, I'm very excited. We're doing a track day.
Track day. Track day.
I'm not going to use that button much.
I mean, this warrants it.
This is our first track day of the season.
It is. Yes.
Right? Yes.
It's fucking May.
Yeah.
Almost. Nearly. It's
Yeah.
April. Don't.
Yeah.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I know what month it is.
So we'll be there with our buddy PETA. Right?
Yes.
In his beautiful M3. I'm going to ride with him. What are you going to be doing at the track day, Ian?
That is an excellent question. Hopefully, we will be shaking down the race truck, the Lemons truck. It, at this very moment, does not have an engine in it. But it's prepped. It's ready to receive an engine.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Saturday.
You have 5 days to do this.
Sure.
Okay.
Or we're going to lose the shop.
Okay. Yeah, right? You have to put on a show to raise money.
Yes. So, barring that, I think I'm going to do some laps with a member of the Lemons team who has not had much track time.
Okay.
In her car, so I think it'll be a fun time either way, and I'm excited to ride with PETA because I've never ridden in the M3. Man. I'm very excited for all that. So
the M3 is so great, and yeah, it's just like when I went with PETA last season, right? Like the Fiat does not belong on a High Plains Raceway. It just does not. Right, I know if you had it, you would drive it on High Plains Raceway.
It absolutely belongs on High Plains Raceway. It'd be a blast on that track.
Ian, I've not gone past 85 in that car because it's fucking terrifying past 85.
Well, on a road, yeah.
Yeah.
On a racetrack, you'd be fine.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But anyway.
You could just keep it. You could just only let yourself hit 85 on the straight.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the track, you wouldn't be hitting 85 anyway.
I don't know, man. I don't want to bang through the gears on that thing. Yeah. That's, I don't know. Anyway.
Smash cut to David Autocross.
Yeah, but I'm not like dropping the clutch or anything. You know, I don't have to rev match. I throw it in second and I drive it like an automatic from there.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah. Right. But anyway, last season I rode with PETA for a track day. And I had a freaking blast just being a passenger.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to do that with you this season. I'm excited to do that with PETA. I did learn that I need to take some ginger because I did get a little motion sick. So I will be gingered up even more so than usual.
Yeah.
And it'll be all right. Yeah.
Does Dramamine work for you or?
Dramamine does, but it makes me really drowsy. Yeah. But
okay.
Ginger just crushes motion sickness, man. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. If you ever find the old Mythbusters episode about motion sickness, where they have the motion sickness, like the thing that is guaranteed to make you motion sickness,
right?
Or motion sick. It's a slowly spinning chair with like tennis balls around it, and they randomly tell you what tennis ball to put your head against. And so they're going like left, back. You know, as the chair is slowly spinning, and everyone is vomiting except for Walrus Man, who's just like doing it for hours. And they're like, I guess he just doesn't get motion sick.
That's funny.
And it turns out ginger is an incredible preventative thing for motion sickness. You don't have to have much. It works better than, as good or better than Dramamine. And also those C-bands, the little acupressure
How do
things.
they work?
It's an acupressure thing. I can guarantee you it is not placebo.
Okay.
It 1,000% works. There is a something between these tendons in your wrist that when you press on it, that motion sickness does not happen as much. That they give those to pregnant women all the time. That they do great with nausea. So much so that whenever I travel on an airplane or obviously a boat, I have an extra set of C-bands just with me. I've given them out to people that were having very bad days on airplanes in the past.
We have a day in June where you need those.
Really?
Yeah. For RMD.
Oh, yeah. That's a great point.
I once gave Dave horrendous motion sickness in the back of a minivan because I was driving a minivan in a manner on a mountain road that you're not supposed to drive a minivan.
That you should drive a minivan. Every minivan should be driven like that.
It was a lot of fun for me. I had a blast, just thrashing Toyota Sienna down a mountain road. Dave, not so much.
No, I was in the back and it was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're right. Yeah, I will wear those and I will ginger up before RMDE.
It's a good idea.
Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. So anyway. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sure we will report back next week.
Yes.
What do you want to do next? What do you want to do?
Up to you, DJ.
What's this about? What's all this about? What's this now?
I can't see what you're highlighting. Would you read it to me?
Where I'm from.
Yes, where I'm from. Ian, Boogie Jive and Rap is where I'm from. No, that's a Diggable Planets lyric.
Oh, okay.
But there was some Twitter activity that you were engaged in today that I want to talk about because I love it whenever you deploy things from the Apex Adjacent account, and it's great.
Oh, so I don't remember.
Yeah, no problem.
I've been very busy at work, and so I have been procrastinating hard. Hence the
Twitter.
That's the keeping telemarketers on the line as long as possible.
Nice. Yes. Well, in the meantime, you managed to find time to respond to this tweet.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right? From Jared Rosenholtz. Said, another fun email I received regarding our coverage of EVs, comparing it to Bud Light. This is something that somebody wrote. Jared is, what does Jared do? He's
for CarBuzz.
CarBuzz, that's it, editor at large. Somebody wrote Jared and said, you guys are nauseating with your constant EV car news. It's as if the people in charge of your company are attempting to program your readers. Lighten up, lest we go elsewhere for our auto news. P.S. like Bud Light drinkers are doing. So if you're not aware of the whole Bud Light thing,
there. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. People are, boycotting Bud Light because they support trans women, right? Like, I mean, it's basically a marketing campaign, UBU, right? Like celebrating people. And people are all up in arms because apparently a trans person's existence is a personal affront to them. And that's bullshit. But, yes. But you responded, right?
I did. I saw that friend of the show, Zach Clapman, was interacting, and they were talking. He was talking about basically saying, like, the correct response, which is, stop reporting on all the new cars coming up. Please ignore 50% of car news. Like, it's true. Like, if you're an auto journalist and you're not talking about electric cars right now, it's like a major shift in the industry you cover. That would be not a good idea. That'd be ignoring most of the news in your beat.
Right.
Yeah. And
even if you don't like it, you report on it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. And then so they were talking about whether, EVs are appealing to enthusiasts or whatever. And I replied to the one there that you had liked. So if you click on that one, you should see. Yeah. And then I was like, yes, this is the impulse to, like, jump in and say something about something that you didn't like on the internet. That's the same impulse of, we talked about it last week on the show, the reply all storm phenomenon, right? Of like, I don't want to be on this either.
Right.
Reply all. Everybody needs to know this. And then my old standby of standing at the pickup line of Starbucks and shouting, "Not my coffee!" at everyone else's order.
Right.
You don't have to click the things that don't interest you. You don't have to read them.
Right. Yeah, you don't have to. And I think that, like, the thing that this kicked off in my head was where these people are coming from. I don't know why I'm trying to understand assholes, but here I am. But, like, I'm curious as to the underlying motives that compel them to type that email to scream "not my coffee" at the coffee bar, right? Because they're doing it, right? There is something happening that is inspiring them to do it. When, like you've said before, the right thing is to do nothing, and doing nothing is always an option, right?
Yeah.
Like, is it coming from a place of like this is the place where this is the place where I like to go, and this is the content I expect to see, and now I'm seeing something different. Am I not okay with something changing? Right?
Yeah.
Or do you feel like you're entitled to not hear about things that you don't care about, right? Like, and yeah, I don't know. I want to unpack that a bit. I don't know.
So I think there's two things going on, and I think that this person has actually done us a favor by making the comparison to the Bud Light thing, because I think I would have made that comparison anyway, because I think something very similar is happening. So I think the first thing that's happening is that very cynical people are seizing on things that they know will resonate with people like the person who wrote that email, right?
Okay.
That these are the people who have an interest in keeping the culture war going, because they can gin people up and whatever, right? Like that's
they're getting something out of that.
People who are completely operating in bad faith and just being 100% cynical, like, we can get something out of the culture war continuing, right?
Right.
Or escalating or whatever. And then there's the people who wrote this email who are like, I think that sometimes people just have a hard time, regardless of their ideology, like they just have a hard time squaring this thing was for me and now it is not for me, right? And you see it as people get older with pop music, oh, that's not real music, and that's just people, right? That's just people across.
Yeah.
And that's not a political thing at all. That's just a natural part of becoming older or whatever, if something feels safe and welcoming to you, and then suddenly it doesn't, for whatever reason, whether that's a legitimate feeling or not, that's the reaction that you have.
Right.
And I think that's all that's going on here. It's it's like the No Country for Old Men thing, right? You just woke up and you didn't recognize the world you're living in. That doesn't mean that you're owed the world you used to live in.
Right.
That's an insane thing to think.
Right.
But that's what I think the impulse is sure, whatever. I mean, okay. I think you hear that with a certain generation of gay people too, thinking of all of their spaces are now family-friendly spaces, right? And that's not the way that it used to be.
Right.
And so that's a change.
Right.
And even within that community, you have a little element of that. I don't know. There's always going to be those tensions. It's just whether are you inflaming most of the population and making them very angry about it? Then you might be a bad person.
Right. I think it also kind of speaks to how content that's driven by an algorithm, it has a completely different uptake than content like a blog, a website, a news outlet, right? Because that, like you said, that this is the place that I go to for these things, that's constantly getting tuned by algorithms to continue giving you only those things, right? Like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, that stuff, right? If you look at my Instagram, it's a cat with a smushed ass face, right? It's an SR-71 Blackbird, right? And it's a Fiat, right? And I know that that's my safe place, right? And anything that comes up that I don't like, I hit not interested, and I get more stuff that I like, right? But when I'm consuming CNN or The Drive, I am subject to what they want to put across the board. They're not using an algorithm to tune to an audience.
Also knows the world.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, so what's really out there, right? The world, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good point. It does kind of accelerate those impulses, I think.
Yeah.
And it also means that when the algorithm changes, it seems more dramatic, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So I don't know. People are weird.
Yeah. Yeah. People are. I don't know. I really wanted to dive into why these assholes continue to asshole, but I don't know. Like I get.
I think if we knew the answer to that, we would not be doing this.
True. I get like, let's say like, you know, I get needing like some kind of safe place, right? Like, let's say I want to watch a stand-up special. I start watching a stand-up special and they start like doing political bits. Maybe I'm not in the mood for political bits. I'm going to, instead of screaming at them that they shouldn't be doing political bits, I'm going to go find something that doesn't, right? You know, like that you should is such a, like, you know, such a fucking, just a thorn to people that create things, right? You should. Yeah. I don't know. Like, we've had people that like were completely unaware of what we do on the show tell us what we should do with the show, right?
For sure.
And yeah, and like their intentions might be good. Some of them were not, right? You know, you should stop doing the show. You should, right? You know, no, but that you should, like that, I don't know, that kind of stuff, like really, I don't know.
It's a big, it's a lot of entitlement in that, wrapped up in that, for sure.
Yeah. I don't know.
And I also think, like, I do think, like, the Bud Light thing, I've been thinking about that a lot lately, is just, like, I'm on record as, like, I do not give a shit about the politics of my toothpaste, like, at all. Like, I aggressively do not care about any brand's political affiliation, because it's fucking nonsense anyway. The only use that it has is a bellwether, right? To see, like, because that ad was market tested, but like Budweiser is a massive corporation with huge amounts of resources. You don't think they knew exactly the blowback that they were going to get, and that was all calculated in? Like, of course, right, of course, and they know that it is in their best interest long term, because there's more people out there who either don't give a shit or will see it as a good thing. Than the people like Kid Rock who are going to blow it up with, you know, who are going to shoot Bud Light cans. Yeah, that'll show them. Like, it's stupid. Like I said, the only thing that's worthwhile is, the lesson people should be taking from that on the right, who are upset about that whole thing, is to just say, like, we're clearly losing badly. We're losing the culture war badly if this is where we are. Maybe the other side has some sort of point. Because they've convinced way more people. Yeah. Turns out that the people banning books have never been on the right side of history. Amazing. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Things are dumb and only getting dumber. Yep. I don't know. I appreciate the more sober topic, but yes. Yeah. I don't know. Thank you. And thank you for how you manage the Apex Adjacent Twitter account. It's always nice to sporadically. No, I love what you put out there for us, because it represents us so well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. Yeah. No. I think our sporadic commitment to it is also representative of us. Yeah. Yeah, as having people with lives. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Anyway. Should we? Yeah. Go ahead. I will be hypocritical for a minute here and say you should. You should hop over to Bandcamp and buy our buddy Jared's album, the band Stick Attack. Yeah. I should do that. It has been on my list forever. Yeah. I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. Because Jared sent us pins, Ian. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I have a pin for you. I have one on my work backpack. Oh, thank you. Jared threw some pins in the mail for us. So thank you very much, Jared. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Jared. Jared, I am buying your album right now as we speak. We'll put a link in the YouTube description. So thank you. Yes. And also, this is open to any listener. If you have a thing that you want to promote, shoot us an email. We'll throw a Bandcamp link in our YouTube description.
Let us know
Yeah.
what you're doing. We love you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Remember when Ian told you we love you?
Yeah.
This is the kind of stuff we mean. So-
Yeah, and also we definitely love supporting people via Bandcamp. It's one of our favorite things to do. Look at, I'm doing it. I'm actually doing it right now.
Oh, look at this right here. Supported by. Look, who's this ginger idiot right here?
I love it.
There we go.
I'm about to
Right?
be on there too.
There we go.
Done.
We're gonna refresh. We're gonna refresh.
Add to cart.
Maybe it takes a while.
I don't know if I even have. I don't even think I have a.
Bandcamp account.
Well, no, I have a Bandcamp account. I don't think I have a little avatar guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. You can follow. I don't know why I'm not following you. Following now. Oh, it's because I'm not logged in on this computer.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm following.
But anyway,
them. I was already following them. What are we doing next?
You know what, Ian? Besides us getting gifts, I have a gift for you
Oh.
in a license plate game.
Oh, yes.
Ian, you want to
Yes.
seal claps? All right, I'm opening the Ian Don't Look folder. I'm opening the license plate game folder.
Okay.
Ian, I promise this isn't a very meandering one with a minimal payoff that's in 4 parts. This is just one license plate game.
Okay.
All right? This one's called Jag, baby.
Oh, nice.
There you go, buddy. Tell the people what you see.
Okay. We've got a white Honda CRV. We've got a Jaguar F-Type SUV. We've got, or a Fapache. Sorry, Fapache.
Fapache.
The Fapache. And then we have an S-Type, a green S-Type, proper green. This is just like my grandpa had one, just like this.
Oh, no way.
And the gas cap was also always open on his car.
Was it really?
No.
No, I was going to say, is that a known failure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have Jag BB, Jaggin, and Karen's Jag. Jesus
There you
Christ.
go.
What is wrong
There you
with
go.
me?
That's okay. It's a little late.
Karen's
late.
Jag.
Yeah. I'm 3 spindrifts in.
Okay. Jaggin.
Yeah. You want any
Jag BB.
zoomies? You want any enhancies?
Yeah, let's get some zooms and enhance on the S-Type. I want to go bottom to top on my
Okay.
zooms and enhances.
All right. Real quick, are you familiar with the BB, like the Jag, baby? Like, yeah, it's like
it's an Austin Powers bit.
No, it's like more like just like BB, like kind of rolling around on TikTok and Instagram, like using that for like baby, you know?
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Here you go. Here's the S-Type.
I don't know about it, and I don't care for it.
Yeah. The algorithm hasn't shoved it in your face yet.
No, and I'm glad it hasn't, because I would say no thank you.
Yeah. Hard pass.
I will say, related to my, now that you've got me thinking about it, related to my like distaste of just emojis in general and all
Internet
of that.
slang.
The internet slang that's very like infantilizing that's happening right now to like things of like not being able to say the word sex or
Oh yeah, yeah.
like that sort of shit drives me fucking crazy.
Right.
I hate it. I don't like it. It should stop. Anyway,
Yep.
that's it. Anyway, sorry.
Says the man who once drew a cartoon sperm on a bag.
Hey, that I think is like,
that was a legit hilarious move.
and also I didn't do it after 3 million other people did it and
Right.
got more clicks. Like it's not driving creativity if everybody's doing the same fucking thing. It's not democratizing art. It's like that's killing it.
Right. I love it when you Italian crash test dummy pose. Italian crash test dummy pose.
Oh my god. It makes me really angry. It really does. Anyway, let's look at some infuriating
Okay.
license plates instead.
Do-
Okay.
Do I need to show you a picture of the SZ again? Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm good.
Okay.
Let's go. Jag BB. Karen's Jag. Okay, so my very first thought is that, oh man, I don't know.
Yeah. It's got that weird tint on the S-Type. Kind of greenish, bluish tint. It's the 3-liter base model V6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ian, this car does not Dave so hard. I cannot fit in the passenger seat.
The passenger seat is very weird in this car, and I remember this because my grandpa had one. It's very uncomfortable because the transmission tunnel is bonkers.
Yeah.
It's half of the footwell of the passenger seat.
Yeah.
It's so strange.
And the seat only goes so far back. My knees were wedged against the dash. Yeah.
I can only imagine because I don't fit in it. Like, it doesn't, it's not comfortable for me.
Right.
And I, again, built like a fucking teapot. All right. So
and I'm built like a tall teapot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, this is really hard because there's one Honda CRV in here for no apparent reason. From Massachusetts.
Yep.
Very dark tint. We're in a service bay, maybe? Go down. Wait, okay, stop. Oh, it's on a lift. It's on a lift.
So
it's getting serviced. Maybe it's at the dealer? Now, another question is this Massachusetts, does the plate follow the owner? And this is a previous Jaguar owner?
Okay.
Or does the plate, because some states the plate follows the car, some plates, or some states the plate follows the owner. Could this be one of those situations where somebody had a Jag?
Yeah.
And then it did Jag things, and now they have a Honda.
Right. Now they're getting a pre-sales inspection on this CRV.
Right.
Right, because you can't see the Jag that's on fire, right?
Right, just out of frame.
Yeah. Here's the Apache.
Mm-hmm.
They got the 20D. I don't know if that's not good, is it? That's pretty base.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, but they're very proud of it. They got the big chrome Jaguar flat irons license plate frame.
I will say I am leaning my impulse, and this is very just stereotypical, is that Karen's Jag I think is the Apache, because that is just the car of somebody named Karen who doesn't know that Karen is a thing now and would put that on their license plate. Like, that is it's too perfect. So I think I'm doing that. I'm going Karen's Jag on the Apache.
This car is screaming president of the HOA to you, huh?
100%.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. This person is out there with a measuring stick, checking on the people's lawns.
Yeah. Apparently, they had one in my neighborhood that if you put your trash cans out before a certain time, they'd drive around and take pictures of you.
Oh, you're gonna get me worked up again. I'm not like a.
Don't tread on me, guy.
Yeah, I'm not a super libertarian. God damn it! This is America. You own your house. It's insane. Somebody can put a lien on it.
There's the SC.
Alfa Romeo.
I love it whenever you go, Mike. You go in close on the mic. After you back off, Google quiets you way down.
Yeah.
they're like, we're gonna need to give him a minute to cool off.
I'm in virtual meeting timeout.
You are. Yeah.
Okay, so Karen's Jag is the Apache. Man, this is tough. I think Jaggin is the S-Type.
Okay.
And then Jag BB is a brand new car. I'm going to go that on the CRV for no apparent reason whatsoever.
Okay.
I'm just going with my gut.
Okay. All right.
Trying not to think about HOA presidents anymore.
I was at a huge meeting at work, and it was one of those like, it was like supposed to be a team building kind of thing. There were like literally like 100 people in this room, more. And we did one of those like, say a thing about yourself.
Uh-huh.
The whole room, right?
Yeah.
And one person said, my name is blah, blah, blah. Don't hate me, but I am the president of my HOA.
Why would you say that out loud? Also, why are they allowed to exist? It's insane. I feel like every time I learn about anything about HOAs, I just feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Like, they should not exist. Do you own your home or do you not?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway.
It's bonkers to me. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Besides spinning you up about HOA things, I got bad news for you, man. I got bad
I'm sure I got none of those.
You got none of them, buddy. Here's the answers. I'm so sorry.
Jag, that makes sense on the CRV, I guess.
Right.
Jag BB.
Yeah. Thank you, Brian. Our buddy Brian sent in Jagan. Yeah. Yeah.
These are all psychopaths. Yes.
I got to tell you, there's more, because this weekend my wife snagged another picture of a Jag plate. Maybe it's on a Jag, maybe it's not.
Okay.
So that's in the hopper.
Okay.
It's in the hopper. So
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I look forward to that.
Question mark? Shoulder shrug? Yeah. Voice pitched up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you,
do we
Brian.
have time before we go for a quick album of the week?
Oh, are you kidding me? If not, we're making time for an album of the week. Yeah, okay. I want an album of the week every week, Ian.
Okay.
What do you got for us this week, Pappy?
So I feel like the last few picks have been pretty chill and maybe kind of like relaxing. I
don't know. You had Hold Steady recently.
Well, that ends tonight.
Okay.
So last week I had an insane travel schedule. I took a red eye, and then I had to drive a few hours right after landing, and then I'd get into a meeting with like people.
That's right. Oh my God. I forgot you had to do that.
And so I needed like the equivalent of like, like the Pulp Fiction like shot of adrenaline in the heart sort of thing. And this is just an album that just always does that for me. Like if I need to like a hard hit of like just energy and go, it is I think it's from 2005. It's Death from Above, 1979. You're a Woman, I'm a Machine.
Okay. 79.
This album fucking rips.
Okay.
It rips so hard. It is two dudes from Canada, bassist and a drummer. There's a few synths in there as well, but it's basically just bass and a bass guitar and a drum. It is so like just very like dirty dance punk sort of stuff.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun. And then this is the only album of theirs that is really, really great. But man, yeah, do yourself a favor. This thing rips.
Okay.
Yeah. And again, it's like very like disgusting tones, like just dirty sort of tones, and the drumming is crazy. But like it's sort of danceable at the same time.
Okay, the genre shows dance punk.
Yeah, I would put it as dance punk. Like it has a definite groove to it, and like I usually don't love straight ahead punk that much, and like hardcore just it doesn't resonate with me for whatever reason. But like you give it a little bit of funk, just a tiny little bit, a sprinkle. Of like make my butt move a little bit, and I'm in.
Okay, you need a touch of groove, huh?
Yeah. And so that's this. Yeah.
Do you think there's a line from like this to 100 Gex?
Possibly. I don't know 100 Gex that much.
Okay, but I would definitely put them like on the noise dance.
Okay.
thing. They did a Boiler Room set that is fucking fantastic.
Okay, well, I have homework now. I will check out 100 Gex.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty wild. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I came to them by way of left at London, but yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm very interested to listen to this.
This needs to be loud.
Okay.
It needs to be
okay.
loud.
All right.
It's fantastic.
Okay. This is the song that I would listen to when the suspension is set on hard mode on the Fiat.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
This is, if you need to get amped up right before autocross.
Okay.
Because everything is short and violent. This is actually a good pairing for autocross.
Okay. Okay.
I think the longest song, there's one 5-minute song on here, and that's like a real outlier. There's several there's a few that are under 2 minutes.
There you go.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Nice. Okay. Well, links to Apple Music, Spotify, and if they have Bandcamp, it'll be in the YouTube description.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
Cool.
Nice. Okay. I'm looking forward to listening to this. Yeah.
I'm excited to hear your review. It's a very it's a bit of a leap from Cocteau Twins to this, but
yeah.
We're doing it.
Okay. Nice. Right on, man. Yeah. Hell yeah, there's time for an album of the week, Ian.
Yeah. Oh, and I forgot, this guy's in Mastercraft. Have you ever listened to them?
No.
Oh, okay, it's like a electropop thing. Yeah.
Okay.
One of these guys' side projects.
I love me some electropop.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
nice.
I think we done did a car show.
I think we did, Captain. Yeah. Man, I'm turning into the Crypt Keeper over here.
You are.
Yeah.
I think if people enjoyed this, they should not bother Dave because he's turning into the Crypt Keeper. He's tired. Leave him alone, listener.
I'm a pumpkin.
Subscribe to us on the things and the places and the guy. And then send us the DMs and send us the things on the platform with the person, and then and then tell some people about it. Tell some friends. Everybody, thank you. We love you. Good night, Dave. Go to sleep.